You guys, I'm obsessed with this duology. I don't know what's wrong with me. We are usually filming right here on this couch, but today we are actually going to leave my apartment to drive 3.5 hours to 4 hours to Cincinnati to go to my first ever author book tour thing. I saw that Lucy Foley, the author of The Paris Apartment and The Guest List, two of my favorite books, released a paperback for The Midnight Feast, which I actually listened to on audiobook. I purchased the paperback book, which is my entrance into the author's appearance. Hopefully I get to meet her. Hopefully she signs my book. This is my first time ever going to one of these author talks. I am very excited because she's one of my favorites. I'm going to take you along with me. My husband and I are driving there so that he can just keep me company while I'm driving that length of time. I'm going to do a little outfit of the day. So let's do that and then run out of here because I want to leave ASAP. Ignore my dog if he comes by, but he's on a cone because of a skin infection. But this is the outfit here. There's my dog. I'm doing Abercrombie jeans and then this TikTok tank top. I'm obsessed with these. Okay. And this is not a sales plug because I don't have enough followers to promote the TikTok shop. I just love this. I got 4 of them in a pack. But let's go to Cincinnati.
You ran into Jack.
My very first signed book. I'm obsessed. We went to a sushi place in Cincinnati. The ginger salad was huge and the food was phenomenal. It is the next day. It is now Mother's Day, so happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there. I just want to go through how the event went for those who have never been to an author event before because I never have. You buy the book in advance, you go there, they give you the book with a line letter, and this was at Joseph Beth, Cincinnati. It's a local bookstore. Depending on how early you ordered your book or how early you picked up the book, depends on your line letter. It went all the way through to F, so I was really excited to be in line letter B, even though it didn't matter. She signed everyone's book. I didn't even know if she was signing books. I didn't know if you got to talk to her. She comes out on the steps, and the steps are obviously higher, and then she does her interview with another author. I will put her name down at the bottom. Lucy Foley just answered questions. They took questions from the audience as well. The workers at Joseph Beth bookstores was so amazing. The man, I don't know if he was the manager or the owner, I don't know, but he was just amazing with the mic. He was excited. He was taking video probably for their social media, but he was just really excited and friendly. After she's done talking, then you get in line in your place. They call your letter and then you get your book signed. And she talked to me for a little while. Somebody at the store takes your photo for you. I went to the store by myself and I was like, how is this going to happen? And they take the picture for you so that you don't have to worry about it. And he took live photos, so I was able to actually convert those into videos, which you just saw. Let me just show you the book. So this is Midnight Feast. I actually listened to this when it first came out on audiobook. It wasn't my favorite by her, but listening to her talk about it, I said, I think I need to reread this. So I am going to reread this and maybe even do immersive reading to keep me focused because I think it was a me problem because she was talking about the characters and I'm just like, I don't remember. So I'm like, I need to read this again. And I have this very adorable copy with these sprayed edges. It is my second book that I've ever owned with sprayed edges. I got them both actually on the same day. I will show you that one. She signed the inside. I think I have a clip of it in the video before this, but she signed the inside and she was just so sweet, friendly, and happy and bubbly. And someone was even like, how do you write such sinister things, but you're so bubbly? And she got a kick out of that question. And it was just so adorable. She is so nice. And the Joseph Beth bookstores has so many events like that. Like days before I went there on Saturday, Tia Williams was there on Tuesday. And I was like, I wish I had known because I live 3 to 4 hours away from Cincinnati. I can go to these events, and I'm going to look at every bookstore because I missed Abby Jimenez was 45 minutes away from me in Hudson, and I didn't find out to the day after, and I'm like, I am not paying attention. It honestly wasn't until I started a bookstagram. I have my regular account, then I started a bookstagram and started following authors, and Lucy Foley came up to the top because I didn't follow many people yet because it's new. And I saw that she was going to be in Cincinnati, and I was like immediately like, I have to go. I've never been to an author event before. Very exciting. It was so much fun. While I was waiting, because I got there an hour early because I didn't know what to expect, I bought Beach Read by Emily Henry, and I got the special edition with the beautiful pages. Look how beautiful that is. This video is actually running pretty short. I'm actually going to turn this into a bookish week in my life because I just posted spiciest audiobooks I've ever listened to. And I just posted that the other day. I have some time to film more of this bookish week. I hope you will follow along, and I hope you will attend author events and look for author events in your area because it was 10 out of 10. So worth the drive, so worth the purchase of the book. I cannot wait to do more. I am waiting for my son to get out of practice. He practices about 30 minutes away, sometimes even 40 minutes away because it changes. And I have not had a good reading month. At the beginning of the month, I took my son to the emergency room for a stomach virus, and that threw me off all week, where I was just so tired because we were there until like 1 o'clock in the morning. And the following week, I had to take my dog to the emergency room for a skin infection. Had me there until about midnight. The first 2 weeks of this month, I was catching up on sleep, and I'm so tired. I cannot stay up at night to read. So I've been listening to Twisted Hate while I'm working, and then I wanted to listen to Divine Rivals again. So I'm listening to that. But my physical TBR that I showed you guys all in my May TBR is suffering because those 2 emergency room days knocked me out. I do not know why. I know I'm going to love this book because I'm only a chapter in and I was already cracking up. I'm going to read this while my son is in his last hour or so of practice, while I eat these chocolates that I got at TJ Maxx just now. I stopped at TJ Maxx because my dog got the skin infection and we threw out his beds because we were just like, we don't want that carrying over to him now that everything's cleaned out and he's done taking his medication. I got him a little placeholder bed for a little while his scabs are healing and stuff. So I picked up some chocolate because your girl is about to start her you know what. So I don't know, I want some chocolate. I got these sea salt caramels and then almond butter Lindors. I love almond butter. Let's see if I can read some of the book today. I'm going to be talking really low because it's early and my family is still sleeping. If you watched my favorite books of 2024 and 2025, then you would have seen that I spilled coffee on some of my favorite books. And 2 of those books are my favorite duology, Divine Rivals and Ruthless Vows by Rebecca Ross. I was devastated, crying, but I have been wanting to purchase the European covers because they are so much cuter than the American versions. Not that the American version covers are not cute, they're so beautiful, but the European covers have illustrations of Iris and Roman. My plan was to get printouts of those books and frame them and hang them on the wall. Now I have copies of them. I might do both, I don't know, but now I have copies of them. Let me show you how cute they are. This is the first one, Divine Rivals. It is so beautiful. I just love the gold accents, and the illustrations are just so adorable. I'm so obsessed with them. I'm listening to the audiobook again, like you guys have seen, and the voice actors who do the books are just, their voices are so gentle and beautiful. And I love just like picturing them looking like this when I listen to it. I don't, you guys, I'm obsessed with this duology. I don't know what's wrong with me. This is the second book. Ruthless Vows. And it's just so beautiful, like them looking at each other. It says, torn apart by war, reunited by love. It's just so cute. I have to finish getting ready for work, but I did want to show you guys that because I was so excited. They got delivered a couple of days ago, and I wanted to cry when I saw them in person. They're just so beautiful. I will not be drinking any coffee around these. I have a coffee over there and made sure it was far away from these babies because oh, they're so beautiful. I'm hoping I can hang them up behind me on a shelf and like place them there, but I don't want them to fall or anything. Maybe I'll figure that out in this vlog. Maybe this weekend we can try to figure out where I can hang them or how I can hang them on a shelf behind me because I would love for them just always be in view in my videos because they're just my favorite things ever. Hi guys, it is now Saturday. I have to drive to Sandusky, which is an hour away from Cleveland, to go to my son's basketball game. I figured the last day of our bookish week, we should try to find a bookstore that I have never been to since I'm going to be in a new area, even though it's an hour away, but I may as well try to find a local bookstore over there. In my Googling, I saw that there was a book bar there, Sandusky Book Bar. It is a cafe and a used bookstore. It is about 2:30. My son plays at 4. The bookstore is 11 minutes away from the venue that he plays at, which is the Cedar Point Sports Complex. I might be just a little bit late to his game. I usually take him to his games, and I am not responsible for doing that today. He is with his dad and stepmom, so they can take him to his game early and on time, and I can be a couple minutes late to his game. So I'm gonna look at the little bookstore, maybe get a coffee, and then head to his game, and I'm going to take you all with me. I do get a little insecure filming in places, so I'll film as much as I can in the bookstore, but then we can recap after my son's game so that I'm not late. The selection wasn't that good, but I did get 3 books and they were very cheap. First one I got is Apples Never Fall. I read The Husband's Secret by this author and I really liked it, and I know there's a show for this, and I like to read the books before the show because I usually do like movies and shows, but I started getting heavy into reading, so now I want to do the reverse. So I want to read that, and it was only $5 for a hardcover. And then I got this book, which was $5 as well, another hardcover. It just seemed interesting, and I thought the cover was cute. This was the most expensive book that I got, The Perfect Couple. I think there's a show version of this on Netflix, and I want to read the book before I watch the show. I'm very excited. This was only $8. And the coffee I got was blueberry French toast with almond milk. So cute. And that's that. Let me go hurry up and get to my son's game. I hung my books on this shelf and I pray it doesn't fall and that it's sturdy enough. And that is a wrap on my bookish week. Thank you so much for watching.